Welcome to today's edition of The Sunday Stupid and a Matt Powell special. How do, dearest viewer, and welcome back to my little corner of the YouTubies and another Thriller Decade edition of The Sunday Stupid. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, please like, share, subscribe. That would be amazing. Thank you all so much. And please come and join me on Patreon. Link is in the description below. These guys did it. Sven Bellens, Bob Sadler, Alan L, brand new Patreon, Christo Bergero, I hope I've said your name right, and welcome channel members, Sven Bellens and brand new channel member, Cheeky Vlogs. Thank you all so much. Your donations are very, very much welcome and very, very much appreciated. Thank you. Now, on with today's video. And the first part is dealing with a video that was brought to my attention by Atheist Junior. Go and pop over to him. He's a great, great guy. Pop over to him, subscribe to his channel, and tell him I sent you. He brought to my attention a video that Matt Powell managed to squeeze out of his arse, and it deals with Matt Powell strawmans atheists. Who'd have thunk that from a young earth creationist? Anyway, let's see what Matt Powell has got to say for himself, shall we?
You've misrepresented us, Matt. You have misrepresented evolution when I show you exactly what they say.
Hey, two amazing and handsome content creators, and then Matt Powell.
We don't believe in surfing monkeys. And then I point out that they do. And then this guy goes, surfing monkeys, surfing dinosaurs. It's perfectly plausible.
Well, I will admit that in a previous video I may have said that surfing dinosaurs, surfing monkeys sounded a bit far-fetched because I, like a young earth creationist, imagined monkeys surfing on a banana leaf or a log or what have you. But having done a bit of research into the subject, I've found out something entirely different, and I'm going to show you that research later on in this very video. You know, surfing monkeys, surfing dinosaurs, it's perfectly plausible. So, Matt's evidence against surfing dinosaurs and surfing monkeys is some men laughing. Wow, and you say you don't strawman atheists? What a lying scumbag.
Okay, Matt Powell and Kent Hovind. Why is it that you think that this monkey surfing is so implausible?
Perfectly plausible. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Young earth creationism in a nutshell. Laughter and no counter evidence. Who'd have thunk that? So, Matt, I am now challenging you to a debate. Let's have a debate on this very subject, or one of my other favourite subjects, dinosaurs gassing themselves into extinction. Or we can do both at the same time. It matters not to me. Now, Atheist Junior, AJ, if you're watching, you're more than welcome to join me on this debate, and I hope you do. Matt, if you're watching, you're more than welcome to have whatever jailbird tag team partner takes your fancy. That's absolutely fine by me. But let's have a debate on a neutral platform, and both sides provide evidence, and both sides discuss the evidence. Alrighty? Sound fair to you? Sounds fair to me. Now, into the meat and two veg of this video, and this is Matt Powell's review of 2021. Now, if I've got to suffer this, so have you. Alrighty? So, Matt, the floor is all yours. Featuring Matt Powell. But Powell, this is your video. You feature in your own video. This is Matt Powell. Whoa, it's little old me again. I think it's fair to say that I live rent-free inside this man's head. From his YouTube channel, Matt Powell Official. I don't know why he's got an official on the end of it, but there you go. I think you should take time out of your busy schedule from fixing windows and shouting at fellow church members and take a little time on learning how speech marks actually work. Yes, Matt Powell is a young earth creationist, and he is an unbelievable moron and science-denying half-wit. Yeah, I'll pretty much go along with that. He puts all his faith and trust in the Bible. Anyway, Matt, the floor is all yours. Hang on a tinkle. Did he edit my video? Let's have a look at what I actually said, shall we? He puts all his faith and trust in the Bible, which is absolutely fine, and he does an awful lot of preaching, and he gets an awful lot of things wrong, as we are going to see in this video. Anyway, Matt, the floor is all yours. So, Matt Powell, who claims he doesn't edit videos and he doesn't strawman atheists, is editing videos and strawmanning atheists. What a lying scumbag.
Google says if you type in "when monkeys surf," feel free to just type that in if you want on your phone. I won't judge you.
Ah, but Brother Powell, you do judge people.
I believe that homosexuals are pedophiles. I believe that homosexuals are pedophiles. I believe that homosexuals are pedophiles.
When monkeys surfed, these are the first things that pop up. Now, evolution literally teaches that monkeys, they had to get to South America somehow because they found fossils over there.
Yes, molars of the Eucalypithecus monkey found in Peru.
So the only way that monkeys could have gotten to the United States from Africa was surfing.
Brother Powell, this is how you think that evolution teaches how monkeys got from Africa to South America.
The monkeys that sailed across the Atlantic to South America, BBC. Monkeys suddenly appeared in South America about 40 billion years ago. Unlikely though it may seem, they probably sailed there from Africa.
So, just because it sounds stupid to an imbecile like you, therefore didn't happen. Right. So where's your counter evidence?
Prehistoric monkeys traveled 900 miles between continents on rafts.
You know, surfing monkeys, surfing dinosaurs, it's perfectly plausible. Wow, more laughter and no counter evidence. More typical young earth creationist behaviour. Well, now I am going to show you how that could be plausible. Alrighty, stay tuned, Brother Powell, it's coming now. So, we've got some footage here of all parts of Panama flooding on December the 8th, 2010. And as you can see, there is a huge landmass there floating down the Panama Canal. So, I ask you, Brother Powell, does it now seem implausible that some such chunk of landmass there, or something even bigger, could have snapped off from Africa and made its way with favourable winds, favourable currents, the continents being a lot closer together back then, and the seas being shallower? Does it sound implausible now that they could have made that journey on some such land mass? Because it doesn't to me. Alrighty.
They also find that dinosaurs crossed the ocean. This is what evolution teaches. This is new stuff. They always tell me, Matt, stop making arguments from the creationists from the 90s. Well, those are great arguments that they made.
No, they didn't. Every single creationist argument against evolution is, or has been, and always will be, stupid.
But these are from 2020. This is from 2020. They just released this. Because Africa was isolated by the deep oceans at that time, duck-billed dinosaurs must have crossed hundreds of kilometers of open water, rafting on debris.
Well, Brother Powell, why didn't you finish that sentence? Never mind, I'll finish it for you. Floating or swimming to colonize the continent. Right. Why didn't you finish that sentence off? Because it doesn't sound so stupid now, does it?
According to evolution theory, they surfed there.
Or they floated, or they swam. Because the fossils that they found in Africa, which was an island back then, The fossils that they found in Africa, by studying these fossils, they found that they had strong tails and strong hind limbs, perfect for swimming. So, you tell me, Brother Matt, how the fuck did a dinosaur from North America get to Africa, which was, like I said, an island millions and millions of years ago? You tell me, Brother Matt.
This is what they're saying, but they want to tell you that God's word is inferior.
Well, Brother Matt, you tell us where it says in the Bible that God put duck-billed dinosaurs in Africa. I'll wait.
They want to tell you, oh, the Bible just doesn't have the answers.
But, Brother Matt, it doesn't answer any questions, does the Bible? Does it? It doesn't answer questions like why kangaroos are indigenous to Australia, or why tigers are indigenous to Asia, or why lions are indigenous to Africa. Doesn't answer any of these questions, does it? And when you are presented with evidence for evolution, you put a laughing track over it. So this is you defending the Bible, is it? This is you spreading the word of God, preaching the word of God, by putting a laughing track over evidence for evolution. Wow, how mature.
People like Matt Powell really piss me off. The fact that he's going around and claiming that he's trying to rid the world of all these lies really irritates me. He dumbs it all down to make it sound stupid to his audience, because it's a lot easier if you make something sound stupid to convince him it's wrong or it's flawed.
And I couldn't have put it better myself.
Beards can really take a hit. University of Utah researchers discovered human beards evolved to absorb punches to the head and jaw.
And my beard grow a little more. Research shows that flowing facial hair might have evolved to help fight hungry humans better absorb blows to the head.
Yes, but they're talking about big, thick, bushy beards, not a bit of stubble or a bit of a face fuzz like what that guy's got there. They're talking about big, thick, bushy beards, which, if you think about it logically, would part absorb a punch, wouldn't it?
So what evolution teaches us is that when we were primates,
We still are primates.
we fought so much and so hard and hit each other in the jaw that our jaw had to create a cushion in our face. Folks, that is weird, okay?
So, again, your rebuttal to this is, it's weird.
That's not just unscientific, okay? That is weird.
So, it sounds weird, therefore it's impossible. Right, let's have a look at the evidence then, shall we? Why do men have beards? A recent study claimed that evolution may have favoured facial hair because it protects against strikes to the head, which led to headlines like, "Big manly beards evolved so we could take punches to the head," study says. Fact checkers for BBC quiz show QI repeated the line on Twitter saying men may have evolved beards to absorb the impact of punches during hand-to-hand fighting, prompting broadcaster and geneticist Adam Rutherford to label the tweet absolute bollocks. As an evolutionary biologist, I'd agree with that assessment. The claim is especially disappointing because the link to evolution was made by biologists. So, what did the study actually show? First, the experiment didn't involve beards or punching. A team led by David Carrier at the University of Utah built models made of fibres and epoxy resin to represent human bone, covered in sheepskin to mimic facial hair. Those 60 models were either furred, full beard with 8 cm long hairs, sheared, 0.5 cm length trimmed beard, or plucked, hairless shaven face. Human hair follicles are 4 times as thick as those from sheep, but 5 times less densely packed, so a fleece roughly approximates a beard. The biologist then used a mechanical striker to repeatedly drop a 4.7 kg, 10-pound weight onto each model to measure the impact and record the damage. The results showed that furred models were better than both sheared and plucked models at taking the punch. A beard will absorb 37% more energy than a shaven face, for example, partly because springy hairs serve as suspension to slow down and soften the blow. As the researchers explain, the greatest advantage offered by the hair is that it distributes the force of impact over a longer time frame. So, doesn't sound so implausible now, does it?
They teach that dinosaurs devolved into chickens. Yes, science has compelling evidence that dinosaurs evolved into chickens.
You just said devolved, and then you said evolved. Which one is it, Matt? Come on.
Now, folks, if it's survival of the fittest, only the strongest survive in evolution theory.
Oh, there you go again, you stump. Getting everything wrong about evolution and completely misrepresenting what evolution teaches. The theory of evolution does not teach survival of the fittest. It does not teach bigger, better, stronger. The theory of evolution is concerned with, and only with, descent with inherent genetic modification. And that is it. Is that sinking in yet, Brother Powell? And you can tell your jailbird buddy that as well.
Which one is stronger? They say, well, if you have 100 or 1,000 chickens, I'm sorry, they're not going to win against their great-great-great-great-grandfather. They went from the largest creature that could eat you down to my favorite lunch at KFC.
Oh, Brother Powell, they didn't evolve down, they evolved into. There's tons of evidence out there to suggest that the closest living relatives to the T-Rex are ostriches and chickens. Alrighty, I did my research, you do yours.
Because it was a perfect dinosaur skeleton that just had feathers on it. And now we know that there are a host of dinosaurs that were completely feathered, including Velociraptor. I'm sure you've heard of Velociraptor, right? Did you know they were fully plumed? Fully plumed, covered in feathers.
Like I said, if you're an evolutionist and you want to find dinosaurs, you could find living ones today. Here in my hand, I actually hold proof of evolution.
Well, thank you, Brother Matt, for accepting evolution as fact. There you go. Never thought it would have happened, but you have. Thank you. And going back to Aaron Rao's point there, yes, they found in 2007 or 2017, whichever it was, they found little quill knobs in a fossil of Velociraptor, proving that Velociraptor had feathers. Research, Matt. Research is your friend.
Want to hear about dinosaurs?
Do I ever not want to hear about dinosaurs?
Turns out that, so this is a new report from British scientists, and they said that basically the dinosaurs, they also warmed the planet, thanks to all the gas that they emitted from eating all the leafy plants. And in all, they emitted a total of 520 million tons per year of global methane, which is, they say, is a level comparable to the total given off today by animals and industrial activity. So they farted their way to extinction.
Well, Brother Matt, you're still going with this? Really? Even though I've debunked it numerous times, you're still going ahead with it? Okie dokie. Fair enough. Let's have a debate on it, like I've said before. So, this rather attractive young news lady has come to the wrong conclusion. This rather attractive young news lady has come to her own conclusion. Because I have the paper that those three British scientists wrote, and I have the summary, because I'm not going to read the whole paper, it goes on a bit, but I do have the summary, and here it is. Mesozoic oh God, I can't even get that right. Mesozoic sauropods, like many herbivores, are likely to have hosted microbial methanogenic symbionts for the fermentative digestion of their plant food. Today, methane from livestock is a significant component of the global methane budget. Sauropod methane emission would probably also have been considerable. Here, we use a simple quantitative approach to estimate the magnitude of such methane production and show that the production of the greenhouse gas methane by sauropods could have been an important factor in warm Mesozoic climates. Nowhere, and I mean absolutely nowhere in that paper does it say or even imply that dinosaurs gassed themselves to death.
They literally teach that dinosaurs farted themselves to death.
No, they don't.
And then one guy says, well, Matt, you have misrepresented us. We believe that they tooted and it warmed the environment. That sounds even more stupid.
So, it sounds stupid, therefore not true. Wow. Yet another example of a young earth creationist argument there. Right, well, if you've got some scientific evidence to counter the scientific study that those three British scientists came up with, then I'm willing to listen. Because in that study that those 3 British scientists came up with, they estimated that around 520 million tonnes of greenhouse gases came from these dinosaurs every year. So, like I said, if you've got some scientific evidence to counter that, I'm willing to listen. And I'll wait.
And that's why they died. They died from the global warming.
No. Most scientists agree that the dinosaurs died out because of one major catastrophic climate change event. For instance, a meteorite striking the Earth, boom, kicks up a load of dust and iridium, and it blocks out heat and light from the sun, and therefore that's why they died out. Or it could have been several major volcanic eruptions, again blocking out heat and light from the sun. That's what most scientists agree on. Now, if you have got some evidence, some scientific evidence to counter this, I am willing to listen. I'll wait.
Dinosaurs did fart themselves into extinction.
No, they didn't.
All their greenhouse gases caused climate change, which caused, an ice age, and they all froze to death.
Hang on a minute. This woman again, who you do not name. Now, you claim that evolution teaches that they tooted and warmed the environment, and that's how they died out, through global warming. This lady claims, who looks like she's just woken up from a 3-year Valium-induced coma, claims that greenhouse gases created an ice age, and that's how they died out. So, Matt, which one is it? Well, I think I'm done with Matt Powell and his ludicrous bullshit, and we're going to come back to his video at a later date. Do you know, Mr. Jones, you've gone through this entire video and you've not mentioned me once. And why would I? You're old news, pal. So that's Matt Powell all done, dusted and delivered for your viewing displeasure. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Links to my Patreon in the description box below. Links to my socials and other playlists as well. So don't forget to check those out. I will see you on the next one this Wednesday for a Wacky Wednesday video. See you then. Ta-ra for a bit.